You notice it first in your own head. You walk away from a simple conversation feeling like your brain just got shaken inside a jar. Your head pounds, your thoughts scatter, and somehow you're apologizing for something you know they did. That's not you being dramatic. That's gaslighting. They don't just lie. They reach into your sense of reality and twist it until your memories feel like a game piece that doesn't fit anywhere. No matter how you turn it, you can't make it sit right. And yeah, I know, part of you still wonders if you're the problem. You're not. You're being worked. In this video, I'm going to break down the dark psychology behind gaslighting, what it is in simple terms, how it scrambles your brain, the exact moves they run, and the defenses you can start using today. Tactic 1. Rewrite the past. Gaslighters live in revision mode. Something happened. You remember it clearly. They shouted, insulted you, broke something, crossed the line. 24 hours later, suddenly that event is not what you think, or it didn't happen that way, or conveniently, it never happened at all. Your head starts to pound because now you're juggling two versions of reality. That pressure in your skull isn't random anxiety. It's your brain trying to run two timelines at once, yours and theirs. That mental strain has a name: cognitive dissonance. It's what happens when your brain holds two clashing stories and can't drop either one. Here's the dark part. They don't back off when they see you struggle. They double down. They say it calmly. They say it often. They say it like you're ridiculous for even questioning it. They use your confusion as a weapon. So how do you defend against revision? You get external. You stop trusting the spinning thoughts in your head, and you start trusting what you can see on paper. Write it down within 15 minutes of the incident. Open your notes app. 4 lines only. Date and time, where you were, what they did or said, what you did or said. Short, boring sentences, no poetry, no essays, just facts.
If there are messages, screenshot them right away. Don't wait to come back later. Later is when they've had time to get in your head. Make a hidden album on your phone. Lock it. Give it a name nobody cares about, like spice rack inventory or old receipts. Something as ignored as that spice rack gathering dust on top of your fridge. If it's safe and legal where you live, record serious conversations. When it's not, do a written summary as soon as you're alone. Same 4 lines. Then back it up. Email it to yourself. Print the big ones if you can. Put the printouts somewhere they will never casually look. Behind a box of tax papers. Inside a mason jar with no lid at the back of a closet. Out of reach, but not out of existence. Why this works is simple. Paper doesn't get headaches. Ink doesn't suddenly remember it differently. When your head starts pounding at 2 a.m. and you're wondering if you imagined it, you look at the log. The log doesn't bend. Your memory does. That's their tactic, not your failure. All right, next. Tactic 2. Flood and deny. Gaslighters don't just deny one thing. They attack everything at once. You bring up one clear incident, and suddenly you're drowning in 10 side arguments. Your tone, your timing, something you did last year, a joke you made 3 months ago. By the time they're done, your head is buzzing and you barely remember why you started. That buzzing in your skull is overload. Your brain has limited bandwidth. When they dump 10 topics on the table, your mind starts dropping pieces. That's what they want. Think of a stapler that jams. You push the top down, it halfway works, then everything jams sideways and nothing sticks. That's your thinking when they flood you. Facts going crooked, nothing locks where it should. Here's how you counter the flood.
You refuse to chase every thread. You pick one issue and nail it to the table. Use a simple script. We're on this topic. I'm not talking about anything else until we finish this. Say it once calmly, then repeat it like a broken record. Every time they drag in something new, your past, your flaws, your tone, you don't follow. Write that one topic at the top of a page before the talk if you can. Tonight, how they canceled my medical appointment. When they start flooding, glance at the page. It keeps your brain anchored. Set a time limit, 30 minutes maximum for serious talks. Use a visible timer on your phone, screen facing you. When the time's up, you stop. We're done for tonight. I'm not continuing this. Then you step away. They will hate this. They rely on wearing you down over hours until your head is so tired you'll agree to anything just for silence. When they spin, you don't. you hold that one line. That's control. Tactic 3, weaponized forgetting. This one looks harmless at first. They just don't remember. They don't remember saying that. They don't remember agreeing to that boundary. They don't remember the promise, the deadline, the rule you both set. Somehow, their memory always fails in ways that benefit them and harm you. If it were random, it would go both ways. But it doesn't. Their amnesia never loses the things they want. Funny how that works. You counter selective forgetting with boring repetition and a written confirmation. Anytime you agree to something important, money, kids, visits, boundaries, deadlines, you put it in writing that same day. Text, email, shared note, whatever they actually use.
Just to confirm, we agreed that you'll pick up the kids at 6 on weekdays. Send it. Keep it polite, no attitude in the message. Their reaction to that kind of text is data. If they get angry just because you wrote it down, that's not forgetfulness. That's a strategy under threat. Use your calendar like a weapon. Put shared plans and agreements in there with reminders. Rent transfer by the 3rd. No guests after 10. If they forget, you're not arguing from fog, you're pointing at clear dates and words. And stop over-explaining. When they say, I don't remember that, you don't launch into a TED Talk. You say, we wrote it down. I'm going with that. Short, flat, done. If you keep finding yourself patching their memory like a sock with holes, understand what you're really doing. You're compensating for a behavior, not a condition. Socks with holes don't fix themselves. People who always forget the things that hold them accountable aren't confused, they're invested. Tactic 4, emotional inversion. Emotional inversion is when they flip pain back on you. You bring them something they did that hurt you, and somehow within 5 minutes, you're comforting them. You say, when you joked about my weight in front of your friends, that hurt. They exhale hard, act wounded, and suddenly you're hearing how stressed they are, how they can't say anything right, how everyone always attacks them. Your head starts pounding again because your brain is trying to track 2 roles at once. You came in as the one who was hurt, now you're in the role of caretaker, and the original injury is floating somewhere in the background, unfinished. Here's how you keep your position. Before serious talks, write one sentence. Today, I am the one bringing a problem. Keep that sentence visible.
Notes app, sticky note, back of an envelope. Simple. When they start crying, raging, or flipping it, you don't get pulled off your line. You can say, I hear you're upset. I'm staying on what I brought up. If they keep pushing, you pause the whole thing. We can talk about your feelings another time. Right now, I'm talking about this. Then you end the conversation if they refuse. And yeah, I know, that sounds cold. It isn't. It's surgical. Predators train you to drop your pain and rush to theirs. Breaking that habit will feel wrong at first because your empathy has been hacked. Use a simple rule. 1 main problem per conversation, and you don't switch who owns it halfway through. Their meltdown doesn't erase your wound. Tactic 5, identity corrosion. This is the long game. Day by day, comment by comment, they attack your sense of who you are. Not just that you remember wrong, but that you always overreact, that you're too sensitive, too emotional, too dramatic, crazy like your mother, just like your father, whatever will sting deepest. Over time, your inner voice starts to sound like them. That pounding in your head becomes constant background noise. You don't just question events, you question your entire self. You fight identity corrosion by building a separate, protected version of you that they never touch. Start a reality file about yourself, not about them, about you. Make a list on paper or in a document they will never access. Jobs you've done well, crises you handled, times you were kind when nobody was watching, skills you've learned, hard things you survived. Ask 3 people you trust, people who do not fear this person, to describe you in 5 words.
Save those words. When your head starts pounding with you're crazy or you're impossible, you pull that file. You read what people who are not invested in controlling you have seen. Use physical anchors. An ornamental key holder by your front door is just decoration until you decide it means something. Hang one key that's only yours on it. Your office, your car, your storage unit. Something that represents a space they don't control. Every time you see it, that's your reminder. You still own parts of your life they can't reach. One more thing about identity.
Notice how they react when you do something for yourself. Therapy, friends, hobbies, rest. If every move towards strength gets mocked, minimized, or attacked, that's not random. That's strategy. Now the hardest part. Knowing when the goal isn't to win the argument, it's to get out of the game. You will not out-logic a committed gaslighter. You're not dealing with the misunderstanding. You're dealing with someone who benefits from your confusion. The point of these tactics isn't to help you win debates with them. It's to help you see the pattern fast, protect your reality, and make decisions from solid ground instead of spinning doubt. So here's your extraction checklist. First, track it. Reality log for events. Written confirmations for agreements. Short, flat scripts when they flood or flip. Second, test it. Try small boundaries and watch the reaction. Reasonable people adjust. Gaslighters escalate. Third, build outside mirrors, friends, professionals, records that reflect you back accurately when your own mind feels like that jammed stapler. If this is your life right now, don't ignore the pounding in your head. That's not weakness. That's your warning siren. Listen to it. If this broke something loose for you, pay attention to that. Subscribe if you want more actual defense tactics, specific scripts, protocols, and ways to spot these games before they dig in. Use this, protect your reality, and stop letting anyone else own your mind.